A little boy knocks over his juice at the dinner table. The glass shatters. In many homes, this is the moment when voices rise. Parents scold, the child cries, and tension fills the air. But in a typical Japanese household, something almost invisible happens instead. The parent pauses. No angry words, no sighs of frustration. Just a quiet moment. The parent calmly picks up the pieces, hands the child a towel, and together they clean up. No drama, no punishment. The child's eyes widen, surprised by the calm. He helps, learning responsibility, not fear. Here's another scene. A little girl refuses to put on her shoes before school. She sits on the floor, arms crossed, face red. In many places, parents might threaten, bribe, or argue. But her Japanese mother sits beside her, silent. She waits. She doesn't rush or scold. The girl's breathing slows. After a minute, she picks up her shoes and puts them on herself. The tension melts away. Now, picture a classroom in Japan. Children sweep the floors, wipe the desks, and water the plants. There are no janitors. No one yells if a child forgets. Instead, the teacher quietly joins in, showing by example. The children follow, eager to help. It's not about punishment or reward, it's about presence. What's going on here? It's a quiet technique, almost invisible to outsiders. Japanese parents and teachers use it every day. Instead of reacting with anger or lectures, they choose calm. They regulate their own emotions first. The child senses this calm and their own behavior changes. This isn't about ignoring bad behavior. It's about showing children how to handle strong feelings by modeling it, not talking about it. But wait, here's where it gets even more interesting. Studies show that Japanese children have lower rates of disruptive behavior than kids in many other countries. Yet they experience far less punishment. The secret? Adults manage their own reactions. They create a safe space for children to calm down, learn, and try again. It's not magic, it's a skill, and it's learned, not inherited. Imagine a father in Tokyo. His son breaks a favorite toy in frustration. Instead of snapping, the father sits down beside him. He doesn't fix the toy right away. He doesn't say, "Why did you do that?" He just sits, quietly, until his son's anger fades. Then together, they talk about what happened. The child feels seen, not shamed. He learns to trust his own feelings and to recover from mistakes. This approach is everywhere in Japan, from homes to schools to playgrounds. It's not about being perfect. Parents still get frustrated. Kids still misbehave. But the focus is always on calming the adult first. Only then can the child calm down too. Today, you'll discover how this quiet Japanese technique can transform child behavior, without punishments, lectures, or power struggles. If you want a calmer home and a stronger connection with your child, subscribe now so you don't miss the next steps. Imagine this. A 7-year-old knocks over a glass of juice. The liquid spills everywhere. In many homes, the adult's voice rises. "What did you do? Be careful!" The child freezes, bracing for a scolding. The air gets tense. The child's heart races. But in a Japanese home using this quiet technique, something different happens. The parent pauses. They take a slow breath, sometimes even closing their eyes for a second. No rush, no blame. Then they kneel next to the child, look them in the eye, and quietly hand over a towel. Together, they clean up the spill. No lecture, no anger, just calm action. The child learns by doing, not by being told. The message is, mistakes happen, we fix them together. Let's look at another scene. An 8-year-old refuses to brush their teeth. Instead of arguing or threatening, the parent sits down nearby and quietly starts brushing their own teeth. No words, just action. The child watches. After a few moments, curiosity wins. They pick up their own toothbrush. The parent gives a gentle smile but says nothing. The lesson is absorbed through quiet presence, not force. But wait, here's where it gets interesting. In Japanese preschools, teachers rarely intervene with loud commands. If two kids argue over a toy, the teacher observes silently for a moment. Instead of jumping in, they gently model sharing with another group of children. The arguing kids notice. They start to copy the behavior, sorting out their conflict on their own. The adult's calm energy sets the emotional tone for the whole room. The teacher's silence isn't neglect, it's trust. Trust that children can learn by watching, not just by being told. Let's switch it up. Picture a family dinner. A child starts whining about the food. In many places, parents might snap, "Stop complaining and eat." But here, the parent quietly takes a bite, savoring the food. They might say, softly, "I like how crunchy this is." No pressure. The child, seeing the calm, often tries a bite too. The parent's mood is contagious. Here's a micro zoom. In the hallway, a child is slow to put on their shoes. Instead of hurrying them with sharp words, the parent sits beside them, slowly tying their own shoes. The child mirrors the calm pace. No rush, no stress. The routine becomes peaceful. Elsewhere, a parent might use timeouts or threats to control behavior. But with this Japanese technique, the adult's self-control is the real discipline. The child learns emotional regulation by example. The parent's steady breathing, gentle movements, and soft voice all send a message. You are safe. We can handle this together. This technique works because children's nervous systems mirror the adults around them. When adults stay calm, kids are more likely to regulate themselves. It's not about ignoring misbehavior. It's about showing, not telling. And it's shockingly effective, even when emotions run high. The secret? It isn't about controlling the child. It's about the adult managing their own reactions first. That's the real magic. Ready to see how this goes even deeper? Let's zoom in on what's actually happening inside a child's mind when adults use this approach. Let's really step inside a child's mind and see how this quiet Japanese technique works in real life. Imagine a 7-year-old girl, Hana, who accidentally knocks over a glass of milk during breakfast. The glass shatters, milk spills everywhere. For a split second, Hana's face freezes. She's bracing herself for a scolding. But her mother doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't even sigh. Instead, she calmly walks over, crouches down to Hana's level, and says softly, "Let's clean this up together." In that moment, Hana's shoulders relax. Her heartbeat slows. She doesn't feel the urge to hide or make excuses. She feels safe. This is the magic of calm presence. The mother's steady reaction tells Hana, mistakes are okay, you're still loved. Now, let's zoom in on what's happening inside Hana's brain. When a child expects anger or punishment, their body releases stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. Their brain goes into fight, flight, or freeze mode. But when the adult stays calm, the child's nervous system gets a different signal. The stress response fades. The child can think clearly, learn from the moment, and even help fix the problem. It's not just about the mess, it's about emotional safety. But here's a common mistake. Many adults think they need to lecture or punish to teach a lesson. Picture a different scene. A father sees his son, Kenji, forget his homework again. Frustrated, the father says, "How many times do I have to tell you? You never listen." Kenji's face falls. He tunes out the words. His brain is too busy protecting itself from shame. The lesson is lost. Instead of learning responsibility, Kenji learns to hide mistakes or avoid his father. Here's where the Japanese technique flips the script. Instead of reacting with frustration, the parent takes a deep breath. Maybe they sit beside Kenji and say, "Let's look at what happened. How can we remember next time?" This approach isn't about ignoring the problem. It's about guiding the child to reflect and problem solve, not just obey out of fear. But wait, there's an even more surprising detail. This technique works without words too. In many Japanese schools, teachers use silence as a tool. Imagine two students arguing over a pencil. The teacher doesn't jump in to solve it. She stands nearby, quietly observing. Her calm presence is a silent signal. I trust you to work this out. The students notice. They lower their voices. They start to negotiate. The conflict resolves not because of adult control, but because the environment feels safe enough for the children to try. This is the heart of the technique. Emotional regulation starts with the adult. When parents and teachers manage their own reactions, children learn to do the same. Over time, kids raised with this approach become more resilient. They're less likely to act out, not because they're afraid, but because they feel secure and understood. So, what do you think? Have you seen this kind of calm presence change a child's behavior? Or do you think it's too gentle? Comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences and questions. Let's get practical. How can you actually use this quiet Japanese technique in your own home? Here are 5 real steps you can try, starting today. Each one is simple, but together they can transform the mood in your house. Step 1. Pause before reacting. Picture this. Your child knocks over a glass of milk. Instead of rushing in with frustration, stop for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. This tiny pause is powerful. It gives your brain a second to reset, and it tells your child, "You're safe. I'm not angry." In many Japanese homes, this pause is automatic. It's a silent message. Mistakes are part of learning. Step 2. Get down to their level. Literally. If your child is sitting or on the floor, kneel down so your eyes meet. This changes everything. Suddenly, you're not towering above them. You're a partner, not a judge. In Japan, adults often guide children by being physically close, sometimes just placing a gentle hand on the child's back. It's not about control, it's about connection. Step 3. Name the feeling, not the fault. Instead of saying, "Why did you do that?" try, "Looks like you're upset. Spills happen." This tiny shift helps your child feel understood, not blamed. It's a big deal. Japanese parents often use simple phrases like, "That surprised you, didn't it?" or "You look frustrated." This helps kids learn to recognize and handle their emotions instead of hiding them. Step 4. Model the behavior you want. Without a word, grab a towel and start cleaning up. Invite your child to help, but don't force it. In Japan, children learn by watching adults act calmly and kindly. No lectures, no drama, just quiet action. Over time, kids copy what they see. Your calm response teaches more than any speech ever could. Step 5. End with gentle encouragement. When the mess is cleaned up, say something simple. "Thank you for helping," or "We did it together." No need for big rewards or punishments. The goal is to make cooperation feel good. In Japanese culture, this sense of teamwork is called omoiyari, caring for others' feelings. It's built through small, daily moments like this. But wait, what if your child refuses to help or gets upset anyway? Here's where patience matters. Stay calm, even if they don't. Your steady presence is the lesson. Over time, children learn that big emotions are safe to share and that problems can be solved together. It won't be perfect every time, but each calm response builds trust. Let's look at a quick before and after. Before, a child spills paint. Parent yells, child cries, both feel worse. After, parent pauses, kneels, says, "Let's clean together." Child wipes up, feels proud, tension melts. It's a small change, but the ripple effect is huge. Try these 5 steps during your next stressful moment. You might be surprised at how quickly your child's mood shifts because your energy sets the tone. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. Soon, your home will feel calmer too. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up quietly and consistently, with the kind of presence that helps children grow. Let's wrap up everything we've learned about this quiet Japanese technique that transforms child behavior without yelling, punishments, or endless lectures. Here's the real secret. It's not about controlling your child. It's about managing your own presence first. That's what truly shifts the mood at home. Think about it. When you walk into a room and someone is tense, you feel it instantly. even if they say nothing. Children are even more sensitive to this. They pick up on your energy before you say a word. So when you choose to pause, breathe, and ground yourself, you're sending a silent message. This is a safe place. I'm here with you. Let's recap the main points. First, you learned that your calm presence is more powerful than any punishment. When you regulate your own emotions, your child's nervous system calms down too. This isn't just theory. It's visible in the way your child's shoulders relax, their breathing slows, and their eyes soften. Second, you saw that consistency matters more than perfection. Maybe you'll forget sometimes. Maybe you'll lose your patience. That's okay. What matters is coming back to this practice again and again. Over time, your child learns that you're a steady presence, even when things get tough. Third, you discovered that small actions make a big difference. A gentle touch on the shoulder, sitting quietly beside your child instead of talking right away, making eye contact and nodding as they speak. These moments build trust and safety. No big speeches required. But here's something most people miss. This technique changes you too. As you practice being calm and present, you'll notice your own stress levels drop. You'll feel more connected to your child and even to yourself. The home becomes a place where everyone can breathe a little easier. Let's imagine a typical day. Maybe your child is upset about homework. Instead of jumping in with advice or warnings, you pause. You take a deep breath. You sit down next to them and say, "I see you're frustrated. I'm here." You don't rush to fix it. You just stay present. Slowly, your child's breathing evens out. They look at you, and the tension melts a bit. That's the magic of this approach. Now, here's your empowering truth. You don't need to be a perfect parent. You just need to be a present one. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you're teaching your child how to handle big feelings. You're giving them a lifelong tool for emotional health. So, what's your next step? Try this technique during your next stressful moment. Notice how your child responds. Notice how you feel too. Keep practicing, even when it feels awkward or slow. Over time, you'll see real changes, not just in your child, but in your whole family dynamic. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like and subscribe. We share practical, real-world tips every week to help you build a calmer, happier home. And if you have your own stories or questions, drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from you and learning together. Remember, the quietest changes are often the most powerful. You've got this.